The apocalypse happens. Civilization collapses. Most people either stand out trying to look tough or they panic and draw attention. Both get you killed. But there's a third option: become invisible. Not literally, psychologically. It's called being a gray man. And it might be the most important survival skill nobody talks about. Welcome to Survival Theorem. Today we're covering how to disappear in plain sight during the apocalypse. How to move through dangerous areas without being noticed. How to avoid becoming a target. Let's break down the gray man concept. The gray man principle is simple. Blend in so completely that nobody remembers seeing you. You're not interesting, not threatening, not worth noticing. You're background noise. Human camouflage. This isn't about hiding in the woods. This is about moving through populated areas, checkpoints, or hostile territories without triggering anyone's threat assessment. Why does this matter during an apocalypse? Because standing out gets you killed. If you look wealthy, you get robbed. If you look weak, you get attacked. If you look dangerous, you get shot preemptively. If you look like you have supplies, people take them. The safest person is the one nobody notices at all. Let's start with appearance. This is foundational. What you wear determines whether people see you or look past you. Clothing should be average and unremarkable. No bright colors, no tactical gear, no designer brands. Nothing that says, "I have resources" or "I'm prepared." Wear muted colors, grays, browns, dark blues, olive greens, colors that exist everywhere and mean nothing. Avoid military or tactical clothing. Yes, tactical gear is functional, but it screams, "I'm armed" or "I'm trained." That makes you a threat. Threats get neutralized. Wear normal civilian clothing, jeans, plain t-shirt, basic jacket, work boots, not combat boots. You look like everyone else trying to survive. No logos or brands. A North Face jacket or Columbia vest signals you had money before the collapse. That makes you a robbery target. Plain clothing from discount stores. Worn but not tattered. Clean enough to not stand out, dirty enough to fit the environment. Layer appropriately for weather, but don't overlayer to hide gear. Bulky clothing suggests you're carrying weapons or supplies. Stay slim profile. Carry what you need, but distribute weight so you don't look loaded down. Now let's talk about gear and how you carry it, because this is where most people fail. No tactical backpacks, no MOLLE webbing, no military surplus bags. These scream prepper or operator. Use civilian backpacks or duffel bags. Something you'd see on a college student or someone going to the gym. Gray, black, navy. Nothing flashy. Keep your load light and your bag relatively empty looking. A fully stuffed military pack says, "I have supplies, come take them." A half-empty civilian backpack says, "I'm just another refugee with nothing." Weapons concealment is critical. If you're armed, and you should be, nobody should know it. Concealed carry under clothing, not open carry. Open carry makes you a target. Other armed people see you as competition or threat. Unarmed people see you as someone to ambush for your weapon. Hidden weapons give you options without making you a target. No visible knives on your belt. No tactical sheaths. Keep blades concealed. A pocket knife is normal. A crowbar on your hip is a statement. Now let's discuss behavior and body language. This is where gray man strategy succeeds or fails. Walk with purpose but not urgency. Hurried movement attracts attention. Suggest you're fleeing or have somewhere important to be. Slow wandering looks suspicious or weak. Confident, steady walking at normal pace. You're going somewhere, but it's not critical. You blend into the flow of movement. Avoid eye contact, but don't look down. Direct eye contact is confrontational. Looking at the ground looks submissive or suspicious. Look ahead naturally, past people, not at them. You're aware, but not challenging anyone. Don't react to events around you. Gunshots, screams, explosions, people arguing. Don't turn your head. Don't stop. Don't stare. Keep moving at the same pace. People who react are interesting. People who don't react are locals who've seen it all before. Be the local. Match the energy of your environment. If everyone is tense and quiet, you're tense and quiet. If people are talking and moving casually despite the situation, you do the same. You're a mirror of your surroundings. Never volunteer information. If someone asks where you're going, give vague, uninteresting answers. Just heading that direction. Looking for some people I know. Trying to get out of here like everyone else. Nothing specific, nothing memorable. Questions should slide off you like water. Avoid groups and conversations unless necessary. Groups mean social dynamics. Someone might remember you. Someone might decide you're a resource or a threat. Stay peripheral. If you must interact, be polite, boring, and forgettable. Now let's talk about what to avoid. These are the things that destroy your gray man status instantly. Don't show supplies openly. Eating food in public when others are starving marks you. Drinking from a clean water bottle when others are desperate marks you. Consume resources privately, out of sight. Don't display weapons, tools, or valuable items. That includes your phone, watch, or anything that suggests you have resources. Keep everything concealed. Don't help people in obvious ways. This sounds harsh, but helping draws attention. You become memorable as that person who helped, and people expect you to keep helping. Or they wonder why you had resources to share when they don't. Help if you must, but do it subtly and without audience. Don't argue or confront, ever. Gray men avoid conflict completely. If someone challenges you, you back down, you leave, you disengage. Your ego is not worth dying for. Conflicts create witnesses and memories. You want neither. Don't ask too many questions. Curiosity is memorable. People remember the person who asked a lot of questions. Gather information by observing, not interrogating. Let's talk about specific scenarios where gray man tactics save your life. Checkpoint scenario, military or gang checkpoint controlling a road or bridge. They're searching people, taking supplies, or looking for threats. Gray man approach. You wait your turn calmly. No nervous fidgeting. No aggressive posture. When it's your turn, you comply immediately without attitude. You have nothing interesting. Your bag has minimal supplies. Nothing valuable visible. You answer questions briefly and boringly. They let you through because you're not worth the trouble. Hostile territory scenario. You need to move through an area controlled by armed groups. Gray man approach. You dress like locals. You move at local pace. You don't look lost or out of place. If stopped, you give a plausible story. You're just passing through. You're looking for family. Whatever fits the context. You're uninteresting. They let you go because detaining you wastes resources. Trading post scenario. Survivors have established a market or trade location. People are trading goods. Gray man approach. You observe from the periphery before engaging. You don't flash supplies or wealth. You make small, unremarkable trades. You don't haggle aggressively or show desperation. You complete your business and leave. Nobody remembers you were there. Refugee camp scenario. Temporary shelter with hundreds of desperate people and limited resources. Gray man approach. You stay quiet. You don't complain. You don't draw attention to yourself with skills or resources. You take what's offered without demanding more. You don't get involved in camp politics or conflicts. You're just another face in the crowd. When you leave, nobody notices. Here's the final critical point. Gray man is a mindset, not a costume. It's about constant awareness and adaptation. You're always reading your environment and adjusting to match. It's exhausting. It requires discipline, but it keeps you alive. So here's how you practice gray man right now, before any crisis. Go to a public place, mall, downtown area, park. Try to move through it without anyone remembering you afterward. No interactions, no eye contact, just exist and move without anyone noticing. Practice until it's natural. The best gray men are invisible. They move through the apocalypse untouched because nobody saw them as a threat or a target. They weren't memorable enough to rob, attack, or recruit. They survived by being nobody. That's the survival theorem on being a gray man. In the apocalypse, invisibility is armor, anonymity is a weapon, and the survivor nobody remembers is the one who lives longest. Stay gray. Stay alive.